Oh, there's more people. Look at these people.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reid. Can I be of assistance?
Dr. Reid? Dr. Reid?
Is there anything...
Pericles?
No, it's just... Your name sounds familiar. And your face. Have we met before?
I think I would remember. So I suppose the answer is no.
That's odd. I'm certain I've already heard of you.
Who names their
My
kid
name
Pericles?
is Baker. Does that mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not, sir. But
The
it's a
name
pleasure to meet
Pericles
you.
does.
The pleasure is mine, I guess. I only wish I could remember when it was that we met.
Okay. Who's your familiar over there?
Can you tell me anything about this district?
As you like asking questions so much, would you allow me to ask you one first?
Please, be my guest.
Do you like this city?
How should I know? Not really.
No, I don't. I don't recognize it anymore. Or perhaps I just don't like it anymore, now that I've seen its true face.
I don't recognize it either. Or at least what it's become. Hate, violence, social disparity. And I am not talking about the criminality these days.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Baker. What are you doing out here in the middle of the night?
We are waiting. Waiting for someone.
And why are you waiting for this person?
Because we need to leave this city. As soon as possible.
Why do you want to leave the city?
I'm not really sure.
Agamemnon? Who was their parents who named them Pericles and Agamemnon? Were they Greek mythology professors?
And what do you do, sir? For a living, that is.
I stopped working when I decided to leave. When I realized what I wanted. Wanted something this city can't provide.
What?
But what were you doing before you took this decision?
Does it really matter anymore? Considering the past seems so pointless to me. I have lived in this city all my life. And now I think it's over.
Tell me more about why you want to leave London, then.
I just don't belong here anymore. I had to convince my brother to leave London because I know we need to find another life out of the city.
Okay. Ask him about Dawson again.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
I've heard this is a man who has searched for his place in the world for a long time. I hope he found it.
Goodbye,
Thanks.
Mr. Baker.
I have to go talk to your weirdo brother too, I guess.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid. Do you need my help?
Yes, please. Would you be kind enough to tell me what the time is?
That's all you need to know.
Well, is it not important to know? As important as where you are? Or who you are?
What's wrong with these
suppose
people?
you're right. And who are you then, sir?
I am Agamemnon Baker. Like my brother, I think we need to leave this city immediately. And my brother and I rarely agree on anything.
Who are you waiting for exactly?
The more I think about it, the more I believe it's not exactly a person we are waiting for.
But what else could it be then?
I don't know. A feeling? An event? An impulse? How can I tell? Something that would allow us to leave this trap.
What?
Trap? And you think leaving London will free you?
At least it will give us the chance to be free. That's more than our present situation. Hope, Doctor. Hope is what truly drives mankind.
I'm afraid I'm not following you. What kind of trap are you talking about?
Have you ever felt like life trapped you in a role that does not fit you? That you're not in your place? That sort of trap.
Okay. Like, not relatable. None of this. I don't know what he's talking about.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
It's the only place I've considered myself happy. Or at least that's what I believe. Unfortunately, it's time to leave.
Why is that?
Because I'm not feeling happy here anymore. Are you?
No.
No, I'm not.
Good for you. It's a good thing to have a clear idea of where you stand concerning crucial questions. Don't you think?
Uh-huh.
What can you tell me about your brother?
He's older than me, I think. But the important thing is that I really hope I'll die before him. Grief would just kill me, you know?
Is that all?
Pericles is very attached to this city, and without my insistence, he would never leave this place. We don't often agree on anything.
He's the one who said he had to convince you.
May I ask what you're doing outside at this hour of night?
I don't know. You should ask my brother instead. It was his idea in the first place.
You must have your own ideas.
From what I have managed to understand, I guess we're supposed to wait here. Waiting for someone to come.
May I ask why you've not gone already, if you're so exasperated by this long wait?
I believe fear is holding us back. My brother would have said it's laziness, but it's just because he's prouder than I am.
You guys are so weird.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
You should ask that question to my brother instead. Personally, I've not seen Aloysius for many years.
Okay.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Baker.
I got another hint for weirdo number one,
Good evening,
so...
Mr. Baker.
Why do I always have feelings of deja vu when I talk to you?
Yeah. Ditto.
Who are you waiting for? I'm sure he has a name.
I really can't answer that question, since I don't know that person.
And why is that?
This person is mostly my brother's acquaintance. I don't even know his real
Did they
name.
escape from an asylum
Only
or
that this man
something?
could help us leave this city once and for all.
But why would you need this person's help to leave London anyway?
Well, I thought we should have left this cursed place already, but my brother convinced me to stay a while longer, and here we are.
Or is this some sort of reference to something I'm not getting?
Pericles, tell me why your brother disagrees with your presence here.
Agamemnon is naive sometimes. Although don't consider him a fool, sir. He is often more lucid than me.
What can you tell me about your brother?
If you are searching for a pleasant chat, you should speak with him instead of wasting your time with me. He's always been the more gentle of us.
That's it? That's all you can tell me about him?
For the time being, true kindness is the most valuable quality, my good sir.
At least you both have the same difficulty explaining what you're doing, and for what reason.
But is that not a common problem for all mortals?
Alright, whatever. Couple of weirdos. This is a church. It looks like it could be a church. Yeah, that would definitely be the door. This gets us inside. Oh, looks like it. Nice. Sort of. What? Oh dear. I don't know what any of that means. Hello. I'll just take this off your table, hope you don't mind. The crime of lost knowledge. Vampires are dangerous, deadly, vicious sometimes. This is a fact and I won't deny it, and that's precisely why we must understand what they are, sometimes who they are, in order to achieve a better mutual understanding. Do you remember the interview with Titus Flavius Josephus, conducted by one of us in 1548, when he finally encountered the creature in Spain? Do you remember how each of them... Nope. Do you remember how each of the very carefully chosen words expressed by this vampire warmed our heart each time we read them, for they were all extraordinary windows to a past of which we only have glimpses. While Titus Flavius Josephus is no more since the Vatican's hunters destroyed him a few weeks ago, and with him vanishes unearthed treasures of knowledge about the pillars of our civilization. This is a crime probably as heartbreaking as the killing of an innocent life by a vampire. This is exactly why the path of the Guard of Priwen is as criminal as it is barren, for each time they successfully conduct one of their methodical hunts on the old vampires of England, instead of carefully and respectfully approaching them, they destroy a part of our common roots with the immortals. They wipe an opportunity. The concept of great hunt is a crime, for it blindly kills words and thoughts. From Drinking at the Fountain of Knowledge by Usher Taltree, Primate of St. Paul. I've read other stuff from him as well. Hello, who are you?
Jonathan Reid.
Oh! Usher Taltree, I guess.
The cards warned me you would visit.
Doing tarot? Those are just playing cards.
Do I know you?
Of course you do. Our mutual friend, Dr. Swansea, can't speak highly enough of you. My name is Usher. Usher Taltree.
I've read like a
You are
bunch
the
of
leader
notes.
of the Brotherhood, are you not?
Primate of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, to be precise. I'm really glad we met tonight. I love it when the cards tell me...
Again, those are just
The
playing cards.
cards told you to expect me.
Yes, they tell me everything. They told me that you struggle hard not to take too many lives.
I've taken plenty of lives, and I'm probably gonna take some more, too.
May I ask you about the Brotherhood?
Of course. But I must warn you that there are some subjects we consider taboo, in spite of our fondness and acceptance of your kind.
I know there is no love lost between the Guard of Priwen and the Brotherhood. What caused this rift?
It was 1801. The Brotherhood was stronger then. a strength that made them hungry for ever greater power. An argument divided them, and the wound never healed.
What was the nature of the disagreement?
The problem was that both sides considered themselves the legitimate heirs of the original Brotherhood. We divide up the books, the relics, not always fairly or with consideration.
Who founded the Brotherhood?
That's precisely the kind of question I cannot answer. It is delicate, and may reveal some of our secret traditions.
Oh,
So you're
lordy.
not just a club of academics and scholars.
Once upon a time, very long ago, the Brotherhood did more than simply study the vampires. They took actions to eliminate the more ferocious and corrupted.
How do you measure the amount of blood on my hands?
I told you. The cards always tell the truth. Well, most of the time.
Is it possible to tell me my future?
A vampire's fate is much more delicate to read, Doctor.
I really don't care.
Try.
Alright, fine.
All right. Let me hear it.
The walls of your prison have already been raised, Jonathan. But you will freely accept to be locked inside, full of hope for a better day.
Okay.
What can you tell me about the neighborhood?
I really don't know. I don't often go outside. And when I do, it's usually to quite distant destinations.
So you see nothing in the stars for me? You're a poor fortune teller then?
Oh, I can tell you many things. But they will only concern you, not the city. For example, I know that you offered your sister the final rest she asked for.
I already asked him to read the fortune.
Read my fortune then.
You have been chosen, Jonathan. I see on you the mark of a strong being.
Thank you.
So powerful it needn't even reveal its strength.
Do the cards speak of my Mary?
No. It's the burning aura of guilt that precedes you everywhere you go.
I don't feel that guilty about it.
Tell me about yourself.
It was a confusing
What
night.
do you do here, besides turning cards in the middle of the night?
I'm for most a charlatan. For a few, I'm a vampire. And for you, I'm the primate of St. Paul's Stole.
Some believe you to be a vampire. Who?
The guard of Priwen, who else? For a time, they sent spies to observe my activities, and they even broke into my home to gather proof.
Did they steal anything from you?
A personal notebook they quickly took to their headquarters. All they had to do is to look at me. I'm aging. What better and definite proof that I'm not an immortal?
Do you want your notebook back?
If you ever find it, I'd be glad to have it back, of course. I do ask one thing, though. Do not read it, Jonathan. Some secrets are not meant to be revealed, even to immortals.
Okay.
For how long have you been a primate?
It was 15 years last year.
What do you make of Dr. Swansea?
Edgar is a brilliant and dedicated man. A man of his time, sometimes a little muddled, but always looking for new paths and new concepts.
Can you read the cards for me?
Are you sure you want to know what they will reveal?
Yes, I am.
It will cost you 150 shillings.
Sure.
Here is the money.
The alchemist. A wise and cunning mind who lives by lying to all but himself. He sells false promises and is proud of it.
Huh. Interesting.
Can you read the cards for me?
Put the money on the table then, Jonathan. And
Huh, that's how I
open
could get
your mind.
extra hints. That's kind of cool.
Perhaps later.
I don't know how much money I have, so I don't want to do that too much.
How did you learn about Mary? And spare me the hocus-pocus parlor tricks. The truth, now!
Swansea told me. Don't look at me like that. His task is to observe and gather information about vampires. He had to tell me about Mary.
Mary did not deserve her fate. She had already suffered enough during her life. And yet the pain and the suffering went on after her death.
Suffering is part of the immortal condition. Some prefer to lose their minds rather than face the simple truth. pain will never stop.
Okay.
Is there anything you could tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Aloysius Dawson. Yes, of course. We met on several occasions. With time, he got deeper and deeper into the occult.
He's not the only one. It's been quite the fashion for several decades. The Golden Dawn, for instance, is just one example.
True. Aloysius was a member of the Golden Dawn until 1900. Then his thirst for dark knowledge grew. I'm talking forbidden texts, readings which blackened his heart.
Alright, so that's
Goodbye,
two
sir.
hints.
Until we meet again.
I
Let me-
rarely wander, yet it amuses me to converse with your kind.
Am I a clown? Do I amuse you? Let me just... I'm an idiot. Alright, so that's two hints. Great. I assume I can't open this? No. Okay. Shut your noise. So let's go find him. Oh, Rust to Evolve. Nice. Let's go find him and see... I need to figure out what that means. Sooner rather than later. And then we can make a decision on what we're gonna do to him. I'd like it to be something horrible, but it is what it is. Because he sounds horrible. But if we can just convince him to just, as I think Lady Ashbury said, just like convince him to fucking die. to just lay down and die like a dog, and it should be all good. Where was his mansion? Yeah, but it wasn't here. It was somewhere else. I don't remember where it was. I think it was dead guy here. Back through here. I lost the thingy because I was messing around with other stuff, but I think it's here. This seems alright. Okay, it was. I think it's a Dawson's mansion. Yeah.
Here I am at last. But the question remains, am I ready to make a dying man my progeny?
No, I don't want a freaking progeny. I'd rather not ever have one. If I was in Jonathan's case. So let's play the piano. Just looking for stuff. Just any stuff. Ah, God, stuck behind this plant. Just any stuff of his I can steal. This is nice. It's very Roman. I like it. Is this an outdoor thing? Dunno. Can't tell. Ooh. Don't be another loading screen. Just open. Thanks. Oh, okay.
Finally you're here, Dr. Reid. What took you so long?
I had
What's
to
wrong with
pass
his hand?
several of your barricades and outposts to access your mansion, sir.
Death, pestilence surround us, and time is against me.
I see you've gathered some of the most expensive, albeit experimental, blood transfusion equipment available. All this could be so useful in a hospital.
Yes, yes. Since Lord Redgrave sent me a doctor to perform my conversion, I thought you might find some of these devices useful.
Most thoughtful. But tonight I'm not here as a physician.
But I feel reassured that a specialist such as yourself would help me to escape the Reaper.
I don't
Very well.
want to.
But before I proceed, I have a few questions for you.
Oh, he's
You
wearing a
must,
glove.
But be quick, for I don't have much
I
time
know.
left.
I'll
in
try
this
and
life.
stall you.
First of all, I need to be sure that you know exactly what is going to happen to you, sir.
I can assure you I'm as informed as any man can be. I have planned for this moment, Dr. Reid. Planned very carefully.
Believe me, there is a huge difference between reading about vampires and waking up as one. I learned that myself the hard way.
Oh my God, man, stop your whining. I don't have time for your pointless jibber-jabber.
God.
I will become your maker. Do you understand what that means?
Well, I certainly won't consider you my liege, or some such drivel. You can be assured of that.
Yes, exactly. If I was gonna do it, I would definitely want it to be a master-tutor, master-student relationship, not some old guy.
You'll need
Who's a
to feed
dick.
on warm blood. Blood from mortals. How do you feel about that?
I'm rich, Dr. Reid, and powerful. I'm sure I'll be able to acquire all the blood I need without ever having to sully my own hands.
What do you know about the Guard of Priwen?
What I do know is that I'll crush anyone or anything that would dare to oppose me.
Let's move on then.
Please, I'm cold and tired. I feel my life waning with every moment.
But first, before you embrace immortality, what would you do with such a gift?
That's a rather impertinent question, Dr. Reid. And I will do as I please.
Answer me all the same. What will your first action be as an immortal?
To save London, I will finance the most efficient quarantine ever seen. I will build a wall that will separate the sick boroughs from the healthy ones.
Quarantine is not a bad idea, medically speaking. But I'm convinced this epidemic will not be contained by mere walls.
As long as the right people are on the right side of the wall, that's all that matters.
What if a new outbreak happens inside your walls? You'll have created a giant trap.
That won't happen. As long as we dispose of anyone that is contaminated as soon as they are spotted.
Right.
But you can't guarantee infection will not spread. Just one contagious carrier would be enough to create an apocalypse.
The apocalypse is already knocking at the gate. We must be strong now.
Who gave you the right to decide the fate of thousands of people?
My money. My money and my pending immortality gives me the needed authority, Doctor. I'm a businessman. I'm used to tough decisions.
You really plan to build a quarantine wall across
Just really drill
London?
that point home,
Yes, it will be tall and strong, separating the wheat from the chaff.
I'll toss you on the other side of it then.
By doing so, you will also create two separate prisons.
Come, sir. An eminent doctor like yourself knows that such radical measures have proved efficient in the past.
Let me guess. You mean to isolate the rich from the poor?
This is a desperate measure for desperate times. England must prevail, Doctor, no matter the cost.
I've heard enough. It's time to proceed.
And no way I'm embracing
At
him.
last. All right, do what you have to do. If it hurts, so be it. I've been preparing such a long time for this.
Oh, okay. Forget your fear of dying. Turn. You sacrifice 2,000 XP? No. Oh, turn. Okay, so embrace would just be kill him. That's what they call it. Turn? Why would I ever sacrifice that? Charm him. It didn't work for me with Nurse Crane, but maybe it'll work for me. Here's what I should have done. Nurse Crane, I should have just let her live. And Sean, I should have embraced. Or turned. And Aloysius, I should charm. That's the order I should have done it in. But how was I supposed to know?
Listen to me, Aloysius Dawson. You will forget your fear of dying, for it has poisoned your mind and made you bitter and ruthless since the death of your twin brother.
You don't understand. Death is oblivion, the eternal void. I know there's nothing there. I saw it in Robert's empty eyes. I saw myself in that coffin.
Death is painful for those who remain, not for those who have passed. All that occult gibberish you filled your head with has made you forget this simple truth.
No! Death will not claim me. I have the power and the money. I've acquired the arcane knowledge needed. I believe there is magic, there are dark forces. You will provide me my extension.
Your ignorance makes you a fool. You have no idea. Look at me. Hunted like a beast, my family lost, cursed. I have not escaped death, I have become it.
No, there must be a way. I don't want to go like my brother did. I have money, lots of money.
Money won't ease your mind. I know you used to be a good and generous man. So I offer you the gift of peace, Aloysius. The tranquility of a true death.
I accept your offer. And I understand. No more fear, I will die a man of dignity. And a man at peace.
They're gonna be pissed at me at the Ascalon Club. Maybe I could tell them that when I showed up he was already dead. That. Oh, prepare to die. New citizens available to kill.
It's locked.
No, that's alright. This district will soon suffer the consequences of your actions. Well, It was either kill him outright or make him into a vampire, which that wouldn't have been very good. I wasn't gonna give 2,000 of my XP, screw that. Just checking out your place. This place is huge. It's huge. Oh, what's this? Newspaper article. Execution of John Francis Sparrow. John Francis Sparrow, 21, has been hung this morning in the prison of Pentonville. Mr. Sparrow was sentenced, Jack Sparrow, to death after being found guilty of the murder of his sister Alexandra Sparrow. Until the end, the man claimed he was innocent. No formal proof of his presence at the crime scene was ever brought to court, but he has been sentenced to death and executed anyway. Scotland Yard refused to reopen the case despite the many holes in the chain of events, which ended with the death of Miss Sparrow. Charles Albright, who conducted the inquiry, should be inquiry, maybe enquiry, it would be a British thing, for Scotland Yard, refused to answer any of our questions, but 3 weeks ago he was demoted without any official explanation. What a strange way to reward an efficient enquiry. Clayton Darby.
Reduced
I killed him.
in rank for falsely accusing a man of murder. I wonder what Inspector Albright thinks about his punishment.
What? Why does this place need so many pianos? I have to report to Lord Redgrave. Alright, so I'm going to leave, if I can figure out how to get the hell out of here. And then, going to go rest, and then later we will talk to Lord Redgrave. Oh, he's right here. Well, I guess we can talk to him now. Well, shit. Hi.
Is it done, Dr. Reid? Is Aloysius Dawson reborn as expected?
No.
I'm afraid Mr. Dawson finally chose to embrace life and death as a mortal.
What do you mean?
He has overcome his fear of dying. I let him rest and wait for death to come.
What? This is unacceptable. Go back there and make him the powerful Ekon he's destined to be.
No, Lord Redgrave. As a doctor and as an immortal, I can't. If you wish to make him your progeny, then proceed on your own.
This is an outrage beyond words. This is betrayal, pure and simple. I should kill you on the spot. You swore on
I don't give
William
a shit.
Marshall's blood.
Well, get rid of me then.
From now on, you're an outcast. Banished. You are forbidden to ever appear in front of us again. Ascalon will smite you on sight.
That seemed right.
And your heart will be thrown to the rats.
I'll leave you then. Have fun with your puppets and shadow plays, Lord Redgrave.
Yes, go, traitor. And take that awful creature, that counterfeit of a woman I saw waiting for you, and be gone!
Oh, so my thingy changed. It was Fountain of Life or something like that, and now it's By the Sword You Die. That's fine. He's a dick. I could give a good crap what he thinks. Who are you? Oh, it's you! Hi. I bet he's your sire, huh?
We meet again at the strangest of times, young Ekon. So do you serve the Earl of Bristol now?
No.
Oh, Bridget. What are you doing here?
Your friend, the wise Ekon. She sent me to warn you.
Did anyone see you? It's a long way from the dock sewers, and hunters are patrolling the streets here.
Who said I took the streets? How do you think I survived for centuries in this city without ever being seen? I know all her secrets.
How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
She came to us in the sewers in search of answers. Just as you did.
Lady Ashbury in the sewers? Now that's a sight I wish I'd seen.
She said she was your friend, and that she sought the identity of your maker. So I answered her questions.
What kind of answers did you give her?
I knew nothing of your maker, but we talked. We talked a lot. Her words and ideas are captivating. It is no surprise that you like her. I like her too.
Okay.
Lady Ashbury? You know her? Tell me what's going on.
The lady approached me but a few nights ago, wanting to meet the sewer skals. Once she questioned Harriet Jones. She agreed to help us.
Harriet Jones is still with you then? How is she doing?
Harriet remains angry, but is recovering slowly. Her mind is twisted, but at least her body is healing.
Tell me what is going on.
The lady asked us to keep an eye on your mortal doctor friend while you were away. We spotted the hunters. They were discussing plans to attack tonight.
Oh, great.
Wait, slow down. I need to ask you something.
I'm listening, but I do not have time to waste, so be quick.
Why do I feel like Lord Redgrave was
Because he made you, didn't he?
to see you? Far more so than the average skal, if I may say.
Because I used to know him quite well. And he is afraid I may remember who he really is.
You're Elizabeth's informant. You're the one who told her about Lord Redgrave's lies regarding his lineage.
Yes, but my words were not meant to hurt or threaten. I simply told the story of the sewer skulls, and of so many other forgotten children.
Where is Lady Ashbury right now?
She said she will go home. She needed to speak with some old friends first, though. Do not worry, young Ekon. She is no fool, and just as strong as you.
How did Elizabeth find you?
She presented herself humbly at our gate, and asked if we knew of any ancestral vampires hiding in London. She asked about Ascalon. She asked about many things.
What do you think of her?
Her soul is good, yet tainted with a deep sadness, and the scars of ancient wounds. Time does that to us immortals, for we have so much to dwell upon.
Why did she come to you?
I am old Bridget, the buried memory of the city. She sought the silent truths. Truths I have kept hidden for so long.
Alrighty.
No time to lose, then. I must go there right away.
I shall return to my den. Have you a message for the lady? Should I see her before you?
Yeah, tell her I love her. Oh my god. Tell her I love her.
Yes. Tell her I love her.
Is this still unknown to her? Go now and take care, young Ekon, for the flames are rising.
That's a stupid thing to say. I hope she gets mad at me for saying it. Alrighty, so like I said, I am going to end this part here as soon as I get up these stairs. And I'm gonna rest, and then I guess we are going to make sure that the Pembroke Hospital doesn't blow up. Hopefully it won't get mad at me for resting. Hopefully I won't fail the quest. That would be awkward and unfortunate, wouldn't it? Let's find out, though, before I end this part. Okay, so death of Aloysius Dawson, a highly respected resident of the city district, passed away last night. Co-founder, blah blah blah, he was 71. Thanks to his generosity, stocks of medical supplies have been replenished, and the death toll has significantly been lowered in the last 24 hours. No doubt hundreds of grateful citizens, blah blah blah. Okay, so he did something nice upon his death, so that's good. But again, the pillar is dead, so it's not really anything I can do about that. Now there's only one person I haven't met, somebody in a top hat, which is fine. How's everybody else doing? Oh, apparently everyone was really sick, but I didn't know. Okay. So nobody's sick, everybody's dead. Some dude I never met, I need to figure out who that is eventually. Are they just making a show of this because he donated so many medical supplies? Okay, they're healthy, everybody's healthy. He's the only pillar that's alive anywhere. Okay, well, you know, good. I have a level 5 mesmerism skill, so I could go to the docks and kill her. And I could go to Whitechapel and kill him, which I might just do that. Alrighty. But this is where I'm going to end it. If you did enjoy, please let me know in the comments. Leave me a like or a dislike, and of course you can subscribe if you want to. A huge shout out to Skeleton King for becoming my first $5 patron, and I'll see you in the next part. Bye bye!